Welcome back, family. Welcome to the Reiki Healing Hope Community, a place to heal, a place to grow, to be yourself, to be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom. I am Jessica, a Reiki Master Practitioner and intuitive, available for healing sessions if you need, or to just enjoy this distance healing that we're having now. Now today, we have a special session. We're going to talk about the sacred feminine and the sacred woman and all of that energy. But before I get started, I want to ask you all, let me know in the comment section, are you enjoying the music behind the videos? I'm always trying to improve our channel and improve the experience itself. So let me know, give me some encouragement if that is something that you're definitely liking. And another thing is, we spent the past 2 weeks working on love healings to build up to Valentine's Day. And looking forward, I want to continue to do these things that really help what's going on at the time. So let me know also in the comment section if you're interested in Money March. So Money March will have videos dedicated to law of attraction, pulling in abundance, pulling in wealth, attracting money. So that let me know if that's a thing. I'll make it happen if you want me to. So, first and foremost, thank you to whomever sent me the Sacred Woman book, the Queen Afua book. This is such a wonderful, spectacular book, and it really has motivated me to talk about the sacred feminine, the sacred woman, and all of that energy. Sacred feminine, divine feminine, the sacred woman. Just that energy within itself is so beautiful because I've been listening. I am a lover of audiobooks, and I've been listening to Inner Engineering. I'm going to leave a link in the description box for that if you're interested in reading that, if you haven't already read it, by Satguru, and it is just so wonderful. And he said that, this understanding of femininity and this understanding of the woman and the goddesses and them being submissive, subservient, that's a relatively new thing. When, the West kind of started to accumulate the culture around the world, this idea of the subservient woman then started to form and culture started to change, meaning goddesses didn't have to be this, I'm waiting for this man goddess. God wasn't the concept of masculine and male. It really was this gender fluid or gender balancing concept. And so what I really liked about what he said is that we all carry these, no matter if you are female, male, in between, choose not to identify. We all balance these energies. Now, we might feel more comfortable or want to produce a certain amount of masculine or feminine energy, which is completely fine. But there is to be completely empty of one, it's not going to happen. We need these things. And femininity at its highest point, we all need it because it represents creativity. And if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be a parent, if you want to pursue school, if you want to do whatever it is that you want to do, you want to start something, you want to be a fun friend or something like that, that all starts with creativity. And that is 100% a feminine trait, and looking at feminine, less of these kind of gender norms and more of just this balance of energy. So we're going to be exploring that today. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to add in a little healing, a little smudging, just so that we can have this conversation. Go ahead and comment in the description section if you feel like there's some sacred wisdom, sacred woman wisdom that you want to share. I definitely love that. My opinion and my understanding is just one of the little bit of stuff that we have access to as a community. I need you all to tell me. I learned too. So go ahead and take 3 deep breaths, and let's really honor this feminine energy. And the way we're going to honor this feminine energy is we're going to root down in our root chakra and start to pay attention to our navel chakra, that sacral, that place of creativity that we all have. Start to feel that energy swirling in and out of the chakra, forward and back, side and side, swirling up and down, and exhale and release, letting things go so you can make room for greater and greater creativity. Taking that energy in, do it one more time, and release and let that go one more time. Release, let that go, and I'm going to say a final time for good luck. Release, let that go. Taking a moment here to simply breathe in this Palo Santo, a tool we use. You can use sage, you can use rosemary, you can use smudging spray. So this is simply a tool that we can use to get our body ready to receive the healing with a specific focus on that sacral chakra. Think of all the things that you want to create. As you're breathing in, I want you to start to think about those things that you've already created. Projects, ideas, people, if you're parents. Now start to merge that energy swirling together. That commonality of creation, whether it's something you've done or something you aspire to do or something you're doing now, is the energy that creates life. Had we not had creation, we would not be alive, right? We had to be created. So breathing in that energy, feeling that energy flow up the spine, and feeling that energy flow back down. Flow back up. Flow back down. Final breath, flow back up. Flow back down. Good job, family. You're doing a fantastic job. Now, I'm going to do a prayer. It is not a religious prayer, just a multi-faith prayer to connect us in community and to root us down. But it is so important for me that I have your permission to say the prayer. Do I have the permission to say the prayer? Okay. Dear Mother, Father God, and all for our highest good, please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Katumi, Oshu, and Mawu, White Tower, and all the Tars. Please continue us on our lineage, being able to access our ancestors, archangels, spirit guides, and spirit animals, with a particular focus today on the sacred woman, sacred feminine, divine feminine, and all that energy of creativity. I say all of this in the name of I Am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And that is a prayer that you can use if you want to, changing it and altering it for your needs, and knowing that it is available to you. So continue to breathe in this energy right there on that sacral. Now the woman, half of the planet, is a very interesting energy. Women are ridiculously strong, ridiculously flexible, and then at the same time, ridiculously resilient. This creativity to the woman really is a reflection of these certain traits that we have to have within ourselves to grow forth and to blossom, regardless of if you are, male, female, or other. Understanding and being in love and being in connection and connectedness to that feminine energy is so important. I know that I was raised to view God in a masculine kind of way. I also, so nobody tests me on this, but I also learned Latin when I was growing up. And when you are like declining certain nouns, if you don't know the gender of the person, it's automatically a he. And so that is a very interesting perspective that we utilize in modern times too. He, him, man, this, and that. Hey, you, guys, things like that. So because of that, there might be this energy there is this energy to promote and to protect just masculinity more. When really the truth is, it needs to be a balance. We need to be balancing and practicing these feminine and these masculine traits. And because the balance isn't always there, sometimes we got to do the extra work to lift the consciousness, to understand and appreciate the feminine energy. Feminine energy can also be seen as intuition and trust. Now, it is Mercury in retrograde, y'all. So your computers might be a little funny, your phones, the traffic, anything that really requires communication. Anyone with Virgo and Gemini in their charts, I got them both. It's going to be a little funky. But regardless, I'm saying this to say is that Mercury is in retrograde in Pisces. And Pisces is all about belief. Pisces is not the surface. It is the deep, deep past the Scorpio, the deepest unconsciousness. It is pure trust. It is pure surrender, pure release. And all of these great teachers that we have in various wisdom traditions let us know to surrender to God, to surrender to the universe, to surrender to the situation, allow it to be. Not to not take an action or not continue to find a process, but not suffer from feeling like something's not going to work out. So this is a special time where we really have to tap into that feminine energy that lets us know that we can trust no matter how gloomy or scary or frightening or irritating something is coming up to be. You can trust that the universe, that God, energy source, will get you out of there. You can pull from that feminine energy to get you to the other side of that experience, and be patient with yourself. It's okay. This period is going to bring up a lot of things that are deeply buried. So don't take it as you having a midlife crisis or you having an anxiety attack or a panic attack or something like that. These things are coming up because they're asking you to make a decision. You resolve them or you push them back down. If you push them back down, they're going to come up again, and they're also going to impact your health. These, I believe it's called psychosomatic healing, psychosomatic conditions. And my understanding of what that means is that the mind is so strong that when you force it to do things that are not for your highest good and you push it down, you create the sickness, you create the anxiety, you create the depression, you create the actual physical ailments. I've experienced this myself, physical ailments that have been created from pushing the energy down instead of allowing it to come up and be released. And it's because in the moment, we need to reinterpret how we look at energy. If something makes us feel uncomfortable, we automatically say it's bad, and then we start coming to conclusions. Well, it's so-and-so's fault, or it's my fault, or it's this situation, instead of seeing it from an objective lens, which is, I think this is coming up to come out. I'm not going to make any conclusions. I'm just going to allow it to be. I'm going to continue to work my hardest and my most trusting in the things that I need to do, regardless of if I feel, 100% great or not. And I trust that God, the universe, source, and this creativity, this creative energy is going to lead me forward. So regardless of if I, worry, or if I feel like, oh, I should feel great and feel perfect, I don't care. I surrender. I'm going to walk the path. I may not be as strong as I want to be, but I surrender. I'm going to walk the path. And that's really the energy and the healing that you can use. And that's all in this woman energy. And so there also is routines. So in Sacred Woman, it talks about your altar. If you want to have an altar, or altar is really a sacred place, meditation place, just a place to pay homage to God, to the universe, to energy, to goddesses, to ancestors, to whatever it is that you deeply resonate with, or a multitude of these things. So whatever your sacred place is, and it's saying, define this. So if your energy is going to be like bloop, 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 bloop during this Mercury in retrograde, find your sacred space. Literally, it can be the toilet. It can be a corner in the room. It can be your car in a place where no one's going to talk to you. I've done that before. I've had times in my life where I did not have a sacred space, and I made my car my sacred space. I lift up, the little side compartment. I put my sage in there. I had a singing bowl in there. I had smudge sticks under my seat. I had stones under my seat, because at that time that was like my only place. I've also carried things on my personal self. If you don't even have that, stones, I wear stones in my bra, in my pocket, in my purse, carrying certain things. So to make my actual physical space, that healing space, and set out a time that you prioritize before anything else in this healing journey. That can be watching these videos. That can be also meditating. That can be doing yoga. That can be doing something creative like drawing or planning things out. As long as you're setting that space down with that creative energy, that 100% is going to lead you in the direction that you're seeking and that you are looking towards. But really wanting to bring this energy forward, saying that special thank you to whomever sent me this Sacred Woman book, and to share that wisdom with you. So utilize this time to really root down in whatever creativity practice you have, to bring that feminine energy in, to lead you through this experience. You're going to get to this other side. I believe you, and I believe that you can do it. So bring all that energy and all that hope within yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal with the sign of the infinity. Things are always going, that you are greater than any challenge, and that you can get to the other side. Don't even worry about it. Give us some smudging spray. And I release you. So if no one has said it to you, I'm going to go ahead and say it to you. I love you. I'm so proud of you. And I know you got big stuff coming. If you put your all into this period and you just find a way through this retrograde, April is going to be an explosion for you of good things. If you push it down, if you stay stagnant, if you don't do anything, you'll have to experience still resolving these issues in April, but it'll be less of like a everything in your face. So you have a choice. You can get through it here and grow and expand so ridiculously quickly, because that's what spirituality is. It's experiencing things throughout a lifetime in a very short period of time, which can be very difficult. Or you can make that choice to push it down, to stay stagnant, to not do anything, and it's going to come up, but it's going to come up in a slower area. And it's your choice. I'm going to leave that to you. But if no one has said it to you, I'm going to go ahead and say it to you. I love you, and I want you to say this to yourself. I love myself. Own that power, and I can't wait to see you next time. So, bye. If you want to keep watching, click on the box.